Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lewis here, and it is March 7th, 2020. You might be able to tell I finally got a new laptop, setting up a whole new desk for myself, a whole new office, lots of big things happening, and I think it's about time that we finally do another update because it has been a minute. So, I'm basically just going to go over as many of these as I can. Thankfully, if you remember last time, what I did was I spent a very, very long time writing out all of this analysis so that we could have something to base our new analysis off of. And we could just read these off and see, all right, this is what has happened in the past, and that's going to give us a really good indication of what might happen in the future. So I'm going to check if this actually is working because right now I'm using the microphone that is built into this computer, this new computer. And if it's working, then we are all good and I will continue to do this update. So let's check it out. Click on ScreenFlow. I'll stop recording now and check it out. Okay, so I just played this clip back and it turns out that my audio is doing really well and the video is really well. So it looks like we're all good to go. And so with saying that, I think what we'll do is get into here and yeah, we'll just do it. And you know what I think I'll do? I think I'm gonna stop this real quick, and then get up the crypto report so that I could type it out. So in case you don't have time to sit through a 3 hour video, you could just read the crypto report. All right, let me go do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my crypto report up here, 3/7, today's date, and I'm just gonna start reading this off. So if you're not familiar, the top part is the main overview of the coin, like from the beginning all the way up, to the present day. So I like to look at this because it gives a good, like I mentioned, helps paint a clearer picture of like where it's been and where it could potentially go and like, what it does over time. So number one, Bitcoin moved up to 20,000. That was obviously from the 3,000 range, 3,300, all the way up to 20,000 back in November of 2017, December of 2017. And then it dropped all the way back down, to its support. So this was the support on this graph, jumped all the way up during that surge, and then dropped all the way back down straight to the support. It then moved up from the support all the way back up to just about 14,000. And if you were with me during that time, this is where I took profits, was 13,500. Very, very proud of that. And then and the reason why I did that, the reason why this was the take profit area is because this was around 61.8%, which is the golden ratio, the golden number for the Fibonacci of this move down. So you could see that by clicking on the Fibonacci tool and then clicking from the top to the bottom, and you can see that here's the 61.8%. So that's why I took my profits right around here at 13,500. I always love to take profits at the Fibonacci and to get in at the Fibonacci 61.8. It's almost like it's just nature. It's just naturally the price is always moving towards that, those numbers. So once it did that, then the price, fell back down all the way to around 7,300. And the reason why I got in at 7,300 right here is because check this out. If you take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top and then go all the way back down, 61.8 is at 7,331. Amazing, right? So it fell down, it tapped that, and then it jumped back up. And this was, I believe this was on the bullish news from China right around this point as well. So it bounced off of 7,300 right here and went all the way back up to 10,370 in just a few days. Then it started to come back down, and I think when I did this, it fell back down to right here. So I said it was on its way back down, and didn't really give a. I figured that the 61.8, the 7,300 was going to get broken because, if it comes back up, and usually what happens is it hits a 61.8, and then it jumps back up to around the 38.2. And then that's where I like to take my profits. And then it stagnates there. And then depending on what it does, whether it moves up or moves down from there, if it moves down, then it'll probably hit the 61.8 again. And maybe it'll have a little bit of a bounce, but it most likely tends to go a little bit further. So from looking at this, I would have expected it to hit down here or hit the 6,000 region. Just because of all of this support over here. But I guess it just decided to have a lot of support around the 6,500, 6,700 region before it had this nice little rally in January and February. Anyway, looking at that, it basically came all the way back up. So let me write this down. So Bitcoin then jumped to 10,370 in just a few days. It then dumped again and fell slightly below the supports. Before rebounding back to this is just, $10,400 region. Yeah, $10,400 previous high. And now, let's see, 7. Now it's falling back down. So looking at that, is that bullish? Is that bearish? What do you say to this? Well, it got back to 100%, so that's a bullish thing. That's nice, but obviously it couldn't really break it. And look at how maybe if I go down to the daily, it'll be a little bit better to see. It's just like, look at how this messes with people. Because if you're technically trading this and you're doing what people say to do, it's like this. You would look at this and you would see support. So you would buy right around here, right? And then you would put your stop loss down right around here. And then as soon as it gets stopped out, boom, it purges up, it goes up. So this is where the whales really have all of their buy orders, is down below the stop loss area, where everyone else is, setting their stop loss below these wicks, and then all of a sudden, it shoots up like that. And then right here, this is like, okay, most people would say this is the resistance, so they'll sell right here and it'll be good. But then right when it busts through the resistance, it looks like, okay, so you want to get in on the retest. So you'd get in on the retest right here, and then hopefully it would just keep on going up, or like you'd have a game plan and you would set your stop loss down here. But obviously it didn't, continue to move up. And then it got stopped out. So it's like, you really have to figure out, like, you shouldn't necessarily follow things to an exact T, like aka like exactly what some trading gurus like to say, like, okay, so it busted through the resistance, so now getting at the support. You should do this, but you have to sort of like see the subtleties and the manipulation that goes on with this. And that's one reason why I really like the strategy of just like weighted dollar cost averaging in, say like you buy here and here and here and here and here and here and you buy here, and then like you sell all of it right here for a nice little gain because your average price is somewhere around here, right? Or you like buy here, 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 here. You just buy, and you weight your the amount that you buy heavier at the bottom, and then when it pumps up, you could just start scaling out up here by the resistance. And that strategy, like honestly, is a pretty freaking good winning strategy. So I had to mention that because that's something that I like to do. I'm gonna have a lot of videos on that strategy, on that particular strategy. Anyway, getting back to the analysis. We still have the supports and resistances, right? Like the normal supports and resistances. You could see here, here. I guess on the monthly, on the weekly, it would be better. You could see lots of support, lots of support, lots of support, lots of support. This is a big support area, and then when it broke really hard, and then obviously it turned into the resistance, which is good, and then it busted through it. So you would think that it would have been able to hold and then continue to go back up, but didn't end up doing that. So now we're in this place like, it's not looking that good because it didn't bust, it didn't stay above this resistance that it busted through, and it fell through this resistance / support. You can see here there's a little thing right here, and back this area as well. So it sort of fell below there before making a little bit of a comeback. So I would think that it would just continue to go down, just because there wasn't that much support on the 200-day moving average. Like it just sort of fell right through it. So it's 8,891 right now. So I'll say, oh yeah, and also like so the RSI hasn't been oversold yet. The way that this Stotch RSI is looking, it looks like it like went pretty high versus the price, which means that it's probably, I would expect it to sort of turn around. We have the MACD. We do have a W on the MACD. So I would expect the MACD to move up, but it's just, it's not like the biggest. The only thing that's good, the only thing that I like about it, well, not the only thing, but the thing that I do like about this is that it's at the support. So we might have a, 8-9% gain from the support because it's above the 200 MA. It's above the support. It's at the support. It's basically at the support right now. So it's not the worst time to buy. I just don't really know why it would necessarily pump. It would be weird to have it drop like this and then just pump right back up. Because this is a heavy drop with lots of volume. Okay, so I'm looking at the weekly right now, and to be honest, it just doesn't really seem like it's a place where I would necessarily want to long, because even if we do this, go from the bottom to the top on the weekly, it hit the 50%. Like I like longing at the 38 or the 61%. Like the 61%, Look at where the confluence lines up on the 61% at just about $8,000, 7,987. This just seems like such a better place to long, you know? If we go down to the daily, here's the Fibonacci, right? Like, I like how it bounced off the 50, but it just doesn't seem worth it to me to long right here. It just doesn't look like to me a place for a reversal, if that makes sense. Like, it's too close to this top. I'm just not really feeling it very much. I did write this out. Basically, support and resistance. It's at the support, which is good. That's bullish, but it's below the moving average. It's above the 200 moving average, which is good, but it's below the other moving averages, which is not good. Lower highs, lower lows, lots of volume on the negative side. If you look at the weekly, you could even see, like, they really tried right here. This was the first heavy volume of negative volume, and then they tried again, and then it's just a lot of more negative volume. So more negative volume than positive volume, that doesn't seem very good. And I'm just not, it's like we just got the rejection. Like, we got a rejection from this area. You could even draw it out like this, like, this line. This is sort of hard to see. Let me get rid of this right here. Like, this white line could technically be like support, support, support. It broke. It tapped the resistance, and then it broke all the way down, and then came all the way back up, tapped the resistance again, tapped it, and then broke through it, became support, and now it busted through it again, and now it looks like we're heading back down. That's just my thought. So I'm not really looking to buy Bitcoin right now. And with saying that, I really want to move on to other altcoins. So let's look at Ethereum, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically go through. Instead of reading all of this like out loud to you guys for this, I'm just gonna read it really quickly to myself. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna read all this really quickly. I'm just gonna update all of this, and then I'm just gonna share with you the updates, because I could get it done a lot faster that way. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I went to ETH, and what I'm really doing is I'm sort of just like going down through the coins, and like I just mentioned, instead of like recording me do everything, like all of my analysis, rereading all this stuff right now, I'm really just doing it on my own. It's a lot faster. And then I'm going to give you guys the gist of everything. So ETH, basically, 193 is my buy price for ETH right here. Why is that? It's because if you take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top of this move up, that's the 61.8. And there's a lot of confluence right here. And if you go down to the daily, you could also see that it lines up really well with the 200 daily moving average. So that's where I would buy. I'm not gonna, like, this looks very top heavy, lower highs, lower high, lower high, and then boom, it crashed, and now another lower high. So I don't see why it wouldn't just do that, and head back down here in a 3-wave 1, 2, 3 structure down, or maybe even a 5-wave down. Either way, I'm not excited about ETH. So 190, 192 is where, 193 is where I put it in for ETH, and I have that 190. I'll just put 193. Just gonna do that. Next one up on the list. All right, so for XRP, like I've mentioned, I can't even count the amount of times at this point. Anything under 29 cents for me, this top orange line, and actually this line should actually be red, because I have my major resistances as red. Anything underneath here is, to me, a value play, Warren Buffett style. It's undervalued for the potential that it can bring. So, like I've mentioned a lot of times, I bought here, I bought here, I bought here, I bought here, I bought here. I basically weighted dollar cost average. I'm weighting dollar cost average my way down. The only thing with this is, though, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little while to buy again. I'm comfortable with my position right now. It's basic. It's around these levels. I'm just gonna wait until I guess it gets to down here. This last little bit right here to buy. Just because Ripple is selling XRP to stay afloat and stay profitable. Like I've mentioned before, it's not like a crazy business model. Most businesses that we know today are actually not profitable at all. They're actually losing millions or hundreds of millions of dollars even in their first few years. Amazon, Uber, a whole lot of companies ended up doing that until they finally broke even. So this is the buy price that I'm going to buy it at, because I just don't feel like it's worth it to continue buying in between 22 cents and or 23 cents and 19 cents, because of the fact that Ripple is actively selling, when there's other coins out there that don't have giant companies actively selling a lot of the their token in order to stay alive. So should be it right here. I'm just gonna do this and say weighted dollar cost averaged in a lot so far, because of the news that Ripple is actively selling XRP to stay afloat / profitable. I would rather weighted dollar cost average and trade other coins or other tokens / coins that don't have that disadvantage. I'll buy so I'm not going to enter anymore until 18 cents. At that point, I'll continue to weighted dollar cost average into XRP. So yeah, right there. So let me just put this at alert, and I'll actually make it 19 cents. Weighted dollar cost average into XRP. Obviously Telegroup, so I will do that. And what I'm gonna do is 19 cents. Sorry. All right, that's XRP. I'm gonna stop the recording and then go on to the next ones and basically go through the different coins, and then come back and tell you guys the summary. Okay, so for Litecoin, it's as simple as I'm gonna buy it at $47 because, hold on a second, this thing needs to go a little bit up. Because this is the next support. It broke through the support, it hit it as resistance, it's coming back down. There was a lot of support right here at 47, some resistance at 47, support, resistance, came back up. So it looks like it's going to be some support. Really, it's as simple as that, but also you could take the Fibonacci from the bottom to the top. It bounced off the 61.8, so now it's going to come back down probably to the 78.6. And so that's another confluence. So there's the Fibonacci, there's the support and resistance levels. There's just a whole bunch of things going on. So I have my order set for Litecoin at $47, which you could also see goes all the way back here to June of 2017. The confluence at that level, lots of confluence, lots of support. This is where I'm going to get in, and yeah, I already put it in my 3 commas. So I'm going to go on to EOS and I'll do this and then I'll be back. Okay, actually it's the next day and a lot of things happened. Bitcoin, it fell down to the level like I mentioned during the first part of this recording, and so did Ethereum. So I just bought Ethereum at 191 like I mentioned in the recording. Same thing goes for XRP. Basically, I was recording this right here a couple days ago, and now basically everything happened, and now I'm buying it. And I forgot to upload this, so I'm just gonna upload this right now, and it's pretty cool because you could see like, okay, it continued to fall just like how I just said it would like a few seconds ago, and then I'm gonna just do like a full update, just like on the same day, and upload it the same day, just because I forgot to upload this video. But yeah, things are looking good. Hopefully, I'm really in ETH a lot right now. I got an ETH 191, and that's my biggest holding right now is ETH. Bitcoin, I got it at 7,800. So let's hope that it holds. 7,800 holds right here's where I got in. And yeah, we're gonna figure that out, and then I'm just gonna make another update video for you guys. So I'm gonna end this, and then I'll update, and I'll update next week or sometimes very soon. Thanks.